Hello everyone. So today this is going to be less of a tutorial and more of an explanation as to kind of the design of SpotMap MS software, the ethos that went into kind of building it and what made us want to build it, and a bit of an explanation as to how it works, how it separates or identifies bad HCPs from really bad HCPs from not so bad HCPs. And this is a question that's come up a lot when we've been showing the software to kind of our pharma customers, the people that we work with within the pharma industry that are doing this wholesale protein characterization, this analysis, and a bit of, a question that keeps coming up or maybe a misunderstanding is, how does your software know what to look for? How does it know what is a bad HCP? Or, how does it rank these things? How does it get its information? All questions around this kind of sphere of knowledge. And it's a really good question to ask because we do it slightly different to maybe other pieces of software, in that our software is very targeted to find, very high risk HCPs, known high risk HCPs in your samples automatically. That's how we're able to offer the automation that we do, because we have a list, we know what, the very high risk HCPs look like, and then we can find them in your sample, rather than kind of the traditional approach of trying to find everything in your sample and then trying to marry it up to what we think the identity is, and then you manually verifying that against some kind of database. And when I say database, that's kind of the crucial part of this. We use a database of known molecular weight isoelectric points for high-risk co-cell proteins, and if one of those kind of molecular weight and isoelectric points show up in your traces, matches something that we've got in our database, we're able to identify and flag it as a high-risk HCP. So really low level explanation as to how it works, but that's basically how it works. So that's how we're able to automate the process so successfully. And our, exposure to the industry and to the wants of people performing this work day in, day out is the current methods take too long. That's why we tried to produce this automated SpotMap MS LCMS software to automate the process of simply looking at a trace, trying to match up if there are any high risk host cell proteins in that sample. That's what it's designed for. That's how we're able to automate so much of it. That's not to say that there isn't a lot of clever things going on in the background to allow that automation to happen. But again, another point of the design of this software, it was to both automate the process and to make it easier for people, de-skill it a little bit, allow it to be more accessible to people. So if you were previously maybe outsourcing work like this, you might be able to bring it back in-house, save a certain amount of money without having to employ those services, things like that. So we've tried to make HCP analysis via LCMS as automated, as simple, as accessible as possible with the SpotMap MS software. So how do we know what a high-risk HCP looks like? Well, we've identified it from the literature. Now, I've done another video on this, but a lot of people probably watching this video, working in this sphere, will know of the BioPhorum wholesale protein database. So there was a free database, and now there is a paid-for database, which is kind of the second generation of that database. Both are generated using the same methods. So the associated paper and the first free accessible database was simply based on scouring the literature out there, PubMed, journals, things like that, for mention of host cell proteins, and using a board of certified experts or experts in the field that was vetted to weed out any statistical outliers or anything like that to produce the BioPhorum database. So they had all of the mentions in the literature, they put them through a panel of experts, and what came out at the end was the verified host cell protein database that was separated by risk level. That's still the process for the paid-for database, but the paid-for database, the Gen 2 database is currently being updated. That process is still ongoing. There's still meetings every month with this panel of experts to scour the landscape to try and find new mentions of host cell proteins in publications where they've caused problems, and then get them vetted and analysed by experts. We did the same thing here at TotalLab. So when you purchase a copy of SpotMap MS, there is an inbuilt database within the software that is built on scouring the literature and pulling out from papers where it's been mentioned all of the host cell proteins, and then dividing those by risk level, categorizing them, and then applying them to your experiment. So that's exactly, we did the exact same thing. We did not pass it through a panel of experts. We simply got all of the data that's out there, put it in the software, and allowed you to search against it. By not putting it through a panel of experts, we actually have a larger database than the BioPhorum database. So we have all of the entries from the BioPhorum database because we performed the exact same work they did. But in the free database that was done quite a few years ago, we did this just a few weeks ago. So ours is a much more up-to-date, much newer, and much more expansive host cell protein database that we've got built into the software. However, it has not been through this panel of experts, so if that is something that is kind of value added for you, I would implore you to check out the BioPhorum database, the subscription model that they've got for their new database, where it's constantly being updated. But for now, the database that you get included with the software has gone through the same collection method to work out what host cell proteins are high risk, which are low risk, etc. And we've got even more than were included in that original paper. I know a lot of you probably are still using that original paper as your guide for, manually checking the host cell proteins that are identified in your sample, matching them up with what you think the identity is and what kind of risk level that means in your sample. Now, that's not to say that the SpotMap MS can only use the built-in database. We can use, we're flexible enough to accommodate pretty much any database that exists out there, and we hope to include the BioPhorum Gen 2 database in a simple to use package in the future. Those talks are ongoing. But for right now, you can see here the host cell protein database, Tavinia host cell protein database. In the software, you can actually access this database yourself, so you can see all of the entries that are in it. And within the setup section, you can choose, again, we've got the Tavinia host cell protein database is the default, but we do have the ability to open other options. Now, you just need to get in contact with us and we'll be able to facilitate implementing, if you've got your own database that you've built up over decades of experience, or you've got kind of access to someone else's database, we can completely fully support that within software. Just reach out to us and we can discuss that process. So this is a bit of a quick overview of kind of how we know which of the host cell proteins are high risk and which are low risk, etc. Just to try and clear up how we compare to the BioPhorum database version 2, the subscription database, where our database lies, where we get our information from, and most importantly, how you can access it and you can check it and you can add your own information to the database if you've got specific host cell proteins that are difficult or present in your sample, and you want to be able to track those over time and analyze those and keep an eye on those specific ones that might not be in either database. As ever, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment down below if you've got any questions. Get in contact with us on the website. Check out the links in the description below to try and get a free copy of SpotMap MS. And yeah, until next time.